tells a tale the whole city knows. Rhythms in the shadows where the cold wind blows. Life's a gamble on these streets, anything goes. Boom bap echoes through the alleys at night. Soulful samples lift the darkness to light. Deep kicks pound like a heartbeat fight. These gritty vibes keep my story in sight. Graffiti on the walls paint the struggle.
Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. This is actually kind of funny because I'm actually recording this vlog in the middle of recording one of my other vlogs, which just kind of shows you that I got so much going on right now that if I put everything that I have into one vlog, I'm gonna have like a 3-hour vlog, and I feel like no one wants to watch me for 3 hours. They want to, have a little break in between. So, in my other vlog that I'm recording, I'm getting my new slicks put on and drilling the holes for the rim screws, and oh my goodness, my hands. Oh, that actually smells pretty good. It's very concentrated though. I just got my fuel fragrance in from Wild Willie's, and the shipping company, which I think a lot of people know already, very careless. So when they brought it into my garage, he just kind of hucked it. I'm pretty sure he was doing like a shot put. I think he was like, and he sent the bottles flying. I have it on video, actually. Just a recording of a guy opening my garage door and just kind of, but he cracked the bottles. So now when I opened up the bag just now, they were a little bit spilled and there was fragrance all over my hands. But good news is, Cherry Bomb's gonna smell like cherry now when it's running. And now so do I smell like cherries. So it's a good smell, but it's very concentrated. So I'm kind of excited to see what's gonna smell like in the car. I'm actually gonna test a little bit of it. I might even do that today. I'm gonna test a little bit of it in my quad. So Wild Willie's is apparently safe for pretty much all engines, and it's even safe if you have cats, according to their website. Now, if that means the feline cats or the, like one of my coworkers would say, the Cadillac converters, I don't know. I'm more worried about it being safe for Cadillac converters than I would want it to be safe for felines. So, personal preference, but yeah, so we'll try that. We'll try a little bit of that in the quad today. Maybe I'll record some of that, letting you know if it's actually really good or not. From the videos I've seen, people like the Wild Willie's more than some of the other stuff. Heard good stuff. And they sent me a free sticker. And those of you that know me well enough, I like my stickers. But I'd rather them send me 2 than 1, because I like to be symmetrical. But I'll find somewhere to put it. But anyway, so what are we doing in this vlog? Since I've been talking for a long time again, we're going to be installing this. See if you can see it properly. You know what it is. So this is a B&M part 81063BM. No, that does not stand for bowel movement. It stands for B&M. I actually don't know what B&M stands for. I should look it up one day. Kind of curious now. Anyway, so what this is it's just going to be a little monetary button that we're going to have on the shifter now. Because I still want to have my line lock, and we have my bump, and we have my trans brake on the steering wheel already. I could put one more on the steering wheel. I only have 2, but I kind of want to have them separate. Yeah. So we're going to put the line lock on the shifter. Plus it'll be kind of handy. That way I can hold the button from the shifter when I'm actually trying to shift when I'm doing my burnout. So yeah, we'll give it a shot and put it on there. So it's not going to be a very hard thing to do. All we got to do is, it comes with the butt connectors and everything. So we just got to unscrew the other one, screw this one on, put the button in, and then use butt connectors to connect the wire. So yeah. Oh, sorry, I have a cold. It's not going to stop me from racing though. But yeah, so I'm going to get that installed. That's going to be very easy. And then later on, once we get some of the stuff clearance a little bit on the rear end, and we get the new diff fluid in, I would actually like to put the Hoosier Daddies on, and then maybe take it around the block, and then see if our line lock's actually gonna still work. Kind of curious. We know the trans brake works. I've tested out the trans brake. I haven't launched off the trans brake yet, but I have hit the 2-step on the trans brake. There's actually a YouTube short of me testing the 2-step. But yeah, we'll test out that line lock. I'm not going to do a big burnout. I'm just going to kind of go just to make sure it's working. So, but we all know that sometimes if you do a little, you go. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to quickly do that install. Show you guys how to do that. I also don't actually know which wires are for what. I don't think it actually matters with a monitoring switch. I think it just, yeah, I don't think it actually matters. I should look into that. I don't want to also wire it backwards. So, but yeah. So anyway, we're going to get to that. Okay, so I got the plate on. I didn't show that again because I had issues. But the old screws that were in there were stripped, and so I couldn't get the screws out. So I kind of wrecked this one. So, but I'm not using this one anymore. I'm using the new one. And anybody that knows a really good trick for a flat bolt is to just take a grinder, grind it out, and take a flathead and unscrew it. So it worked. But yeah, so I'll show you what I did to get this installed so far. So in my messy car, I need to finish wiring up. You see the plate is already in. Now there is, behind here, there's a gap. So you can actually, oh my goodness, it's not, there, kind of focusing. So there is a gap behind there, and then all you do is you run your wire. There's a little hole on the back side, and then there's actually a little slot on this side. I'll go to that side and kind of show you. You can kind of see it. But there is a slot there where the wire is going to be fed, and then this just has to get screwed in. It's pretty easy, but it's not too bad. So now I'm working on getting the wire into the slot on this side, and then run underneath, and then there's butt connectors with it. So see, butt connectors right here. So I'll get that connected, and then later on we're going to test it. So just in case it didn't show properly before, this is that slot I was telling you about on the side of the shifter, and then this is just going to sit inside there like so. So yeah, but I have to run it down so that's not going to be in the way. So I'm going to work on that now. So I'll kind of show you guys here kind of the end result, how everything all looks now. And I'll kind of do like a final run through of how this all worked. It was pretty easy for the most part. All right, so the button's on the other side of the shifter. We got the wire running down in here, and then there's a little piece where it kicks out. I just have mine just hanging there. I gave some slack, and then I made sure that there was enough slack that when I was in park and all the way in third, that it wasn't gonna be pulling on the wire. And I fed the wire around, and I bent up the cover a little bit. Right there, you can see I bent it up, and then I just have it running up. And then there's one wire that I have that runs to the line lock itself. And then the other wire I just have running to a power button, which is running just over there. It's that one right there that we have going there. This is where our line lock is sitting, so we just have the power button going to the line lock itself, and then we just made a ground wire that just went here, and then it's grounded right to the body itself. So for the most part, it was really easy to do. The only thing that I really struggled with was trying to get the bolts that were stripped out, which, like I said, if you're really careful, you can take a die grinder or just a regular grinder, depending on what you want to use, and you can kind of notch a little bit of a groove in there, and then you can take a flathead screwdriver, you can get it to loosen off. I still have that plate here somewhere, but I probably won't need it because we're going to be using that switch from now on for the line lock. But yeah, so it's really not that hard to install. It's a pretty easy install. So I wasn't really seeing any install videos of how guys are doing this, so I figured I'll let you guys know kind of how to do an install. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, live to race. Peace.